and I thought I would show you sunset for a little bit while I do my weekly forecast, or before I do my weekly forecast. I just wanted to have a chat with you and show you my beautiful view. I'm actually currently at Winton in outback Queensland, and the sun's going down, so you can't really see me very well, but I wanted to show you what my outlook is like. Isn't that gorgeous? So please jump on board. I'm going to go into the comments now. Lovely to see you. Hello, hello. Hi, Mirendi. Hi, Sandy, Michelle, and Hayley. Hi, Kylie. And now I actually have somebody on board doing the jump the queue, and I will talk to this person. Their name that they got up there is Brumby Freedom, which is lovely. But I thought I might do the weekly tarot forecast here, then I'll pop inside the van where there's actually some light. So hopefully it won't get too dark as the sun goes down. So we'll start with, as usual, pulling some cards, 6 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We might end up doing this in the dark, right? That's hilarious. All right, here we go. I'll put that over here. All right, here we go. Number 1. So it's number 1 card. So this is the weekly forecast for week commencing January the 25th. So 2021. So the first card we've got is a card that's us, all of us. We have 5 of Cups. Look at that. So 5 of Cups. That's affecting me, that's affecting you guys, and affecting us in a very personal way. There's a lot of letting go of a lot of emotional stuff that's been building up over the last couple of weeks. It could be years that's been building up, and so we're actually letting it go. So if you guys, and for me too, feeling emotional, feeling a bit stressed, teary, or even angry, it's because we are letting go of like a lot of emotional things. Nothing's bad's going on. We're just releasing, and we're actually letting it go. We're not hanging on to it anymore. So the next card is what's the universe, our guides and everything is coming behind us and saying, giving us a gentle nudge in that direction. So that card we have here is Ace of Wands. That means for us, because we're letting go of a lot of baggage, a lot of emotional stuff, that's going to give us the energy to follow our passion. So that means that when it's not going to reveal our passion to us, but it's going to give us that boost of energy, and we're going to feel that we can actually get that done. Very exciting times. So the next card that we're looking at here, the next one is the challenges and the blocks and everything. So we have this one. So that speaks to probably it's that stuff that makes it easy for us to give up. That sometimes like the naysayers or the ones who say, oh, that's not going to happen, or, just even sometimes the thoughts in our head that want to sort of put us to one side and say, oh, you can't do that. So it's very vague, and it can buy into some of our fears, but they're only very tiny fears. So depending on our will, on your will and on my will, that we can actually overcome that and tap into that energy that's around us, that our guides and the spirit world is sending us to move us forward. Okay, so how are we going to respond to this energy? How are we going to go letting go of all this emotional baggage? We're just getting this boost of motivation coming up. How are we going to respond to that? Ooh, look at that. So we're going to seek out those people and gather around us those people that support us. So we're going to gather around us our tribe. Look at that. So that means, looking at this first card here, we're just getting rid of that emotional stuff of people who are not, and things that are not supporting us. So we're going to have together with us the things that do support us. This is a lovely getting together, communing card. So, and that means we are going to align ourselves with the things that align with our heart. And we're going to be able to recognize them. So because that 5 is helping us get rid of that emotional baggage, we're going to be able to recognize and respond and leap into those things that do actually support us. And that's what's happening. I love it. I love it. Good on you. We're all doing really well after all the swords last week. So this is our future. This is what we're stepping into. This is what is opening up for us here. We have see that Knight of Cups energy. So that means that it's like the Knight of Cups is like a really romantic feel, a really sort of very much like proposals. And I want to tune into what that actually means, because to me, the first thing that came into my head is that we're just going to be able to imagine all these amazing things because we're clearing a lot of emotional energy. We'll have the support around us that we need. So all those things that we wanted to try out, even if they don't work out, we're going to be able to put them into place or actually realise them in a very real way. We'll be able to sort through what's going to work for us and what's not going to work for us. And that's where the Knight of Cups energy is going to work. I'm going to go inside in a minute. I won't be doing all this in the dark. I just want you to see the beautiful sunset. Okay, so last card. What is our spiritual or karmic lesson for this week? All the things that we're letting go of. Oh, look at this. Not always a pleasant card, the Three of Swords, but you know what? This is that it's not about that we're going to have our hearts broken or anything like that at all. This is about being really honest with ourselves. We are going to get really deep down and say, you know what? I don't like this about myself, but I accept this about myself. I really love this about myself, and I'm going to lean into it. So we're going to do all those things and be brutally honest with who we are, but not to the point where we're going to blame ourselves. We're going to go, you know what? I love all of me. I love all of those parts of myself. And the only way that we can do that is to bring them to the surface, look at them honestly, and accept ourselves for who we are. And that's what all the energy is about this week. I love it. I can hardly wait to see what's going to happen, because all the people that I talked to after all the swords last week, chit-chatting with people, all that swords energy was really playing itself out. And this is a real emotional clearing and stepping into those the energies that support us. And so when we have that support and that motivation, we can look at ourselves honestly and say, you know what? I love who I am. All faults, warts and all, I love who I am. But that can't happen unless we allow them to rise to the surface. Anyway, I'm going to take you guys inside. Last look at the sunset. I'm going to go into some light now, so thanks for that. Now, I'm going to put up some a little graphic, and you can have a look for a minute while I set myself up. I'm going to show you Tarot Reading School. So I'm just popping inside my van. Now, Tarot Reading School starts up in a couple of weeks' time, and what we're doing is I'm going to teach you how to become a tarot practitioner, and I'll teach you how to find your own style. It's all up about six lessons, 4 in a group setting and 2 of them personally with me, as well as tarot practice, as well as a workbook, as well as learning your reading style. So I'm actually in the process of getting that registered with the IICT, which means that once that's done, I can hand out certificates. It's not at the moment, so it'll be a good price for now if you want to get in. Alrighty, let's do some readings. You can see I've got my camping chic hair as usual, and let's have a look at the comments. Now, first of all, we have somebody who's chosen to jump the queue. Now, Brumby, are you there?
I am. Hello.
Hello. Thanks for waiting. Brumby jumped on. You don't mind if I call you Brumby?
Not at all.
So Brumby chose to jump the queue, and I'll actually put the invite up for everybody so that if you want to do that as well, come and talk to me live. So, and as you can see, you can choose not to show your face, but I do appreciate that you're talking to me. So did you have a particular question at all, Brumby?
The next 2 to 3 months, if there was any messages that were coming up around.
Well, let's look at each month. So let's look at February. So this is about doing some real sort of being very strong within yourself and speaking your truth. So that really is very strongly to not allow any emotion to get in the way, because it's a very important direction for you to head in. And her energy is there so that you don't get off track. It's very much about communication and speaking your mind. Very much about speaking your mind. See this colour here? That's your higher self. So that means it's very strong about your karmic journey at the moment. So the things that you're speaking are coming from your higher self. Let's have a look at the month of March. So expect a little bit of uncertainty. This means that the world is being sorted out around you, and that you haven't. This is about you learning to be have that little bit of deeper faith. The moon energy often comes with it. That's when we get our tarot cards out. That's when we get our candles out. We do our saging, all that sort of stuff, because we know things are changing. We just can't get in touch with it, and it feels like something's wrong out there. So moon energy is pregnancy energy, pretty much, right? So that means that you're ready to birth into your new space. It's just like it's just a little bit of a weight there, but just to be rest assured, it's almost like keeping you out of the way. Now, this is the month of April. So if you're studying something or looking for a qualification or looking for some sort of recognition, this is something in a very real way. If you're applying for something or waiting for some sort of recognition, as in paperwork or something that you can put in your hand to say that you're right or that you're good at this, and for everyone else to see it, that'll come to fruition for you in the success, basically, in the month of April. So all that stuff by standing. Sorry?
What card is that? I can't see it very
well. That
well.
one's a six of wands.
Thank you, Vicki.
Yeah. No worries. So that pretty much means as long as you stand your ground and just hang in there, you're going to get what you want, and that you're going to be recognised as an authority. You start off as the authority, then there's a bit of a sort of is anyone going to take me seriously? And then by April, that seriousness is actually going to be on a piece of paper that people can say, or you can say, look, this is actually who I am. I'm right, and I'm perfect for this next part of my life. Almost like the Six of Wands, when it turns up in a spread, is almost like a qualification. But in this case for you, I just think that there's something that says that you have to be right about something, and you're finally going to get proof that you're right or correct. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does. I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
No worries. Thanks for joining me. And I'll come now move to the comments. So thank you, Brumby, and have a good day.
You too. Thank you, Vicki. All the best.
Okie dokie. So let's start from the top up here. We have Mirendi. Let's look at you, Mirendi. I'll just pop Mirendi up on screen. We have Mirendi saying hello. Oh, we've got the Queen of Cups here. Sorry about the lack of light, guys. I might try and put this one. I'm in my van, right? So that's all the camping fun. Maybe. Oh, flick. No, okay, let it be. Anyway, so here we have the Queen of Cups, and she is so she is letting you know, Mirendi, that you are very influential at the moment, that you are you have the capability or possibility of making some real changes in the people around you and the ones around you. So tap into that Queen of Cups energy. Look, it's not a manipulation card. Some people can say manipulation, but she's always, look at her expression. She's like the cat that licked the cream, if you can see that. All that means is that you have lots of influence around you at the moment, and you're going to be able to put that influence into action this week. So please make the most of it. That's great. All right. So we've got Sandy here. I'd like to know if there's a friendly connection between me and the male co-worker I interacted with recently, please. Now, Sandy, have you asked me this before? Let's have a look. Oh, what I'll do is I'll give you a card about the energy around it. Okay. So we've got this card here, Eight of Cups. Can you see that? It's not very strong. Sorry about that. Eight of Cups energy here for you around that connection. It really is not very clear. And so I would say there'll be lots of mixed messages around that. And so you might not actually be getting the information that you need. I would be really mindful that don't get too caught up in something that you're expecting, and not I'm telling you what to do, but there may be a disconnect or something that you don't quite, you might assume something about that person, and it'll place you into a sad space, because it's almost like you have to give something up in order to get something here. And that connection with this co-worker is going to bring that into play. It's almost like it's opened up your heart to let something go, and but to focus too much on that over here means that you might get caught between two worlds, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Always be trying to be mindful, not to tell you what to do. All right, so we've got Michelle. Thanks for joining me, Michelle. Jump on board if you want to. Jump the queue. I'll pop all you need to do is pop this. You can have a look at the bottom of the comments. Pop this into your browser. I always find that Chrome works best if you're on a Mac. Otherwise, I think whatever browser that you use. And you can actually come and join me online, and I'll do your reading for you straight away. But this is for Michelle. Well, we've got here 2 of Cups energy. Love it. So let me just tune into your energy, Michelle, for you. 2 of Cups. I'm just going to, like, your heart is just going swaying back and forth and back and forth. So the 2 of Cups energy is very romantic at the moment. So your heart, whether you have a partner or not, it's like you're being drawn to that love aspect or that love feeling. So don't be surprised if you're not either extra loved up, or like you be sort of not flirting with people, but they just feel really sort of attracted to a lot of people. And it doesn't always have to be about love or sex or anything like that. It can be anybody that, any friendships and things like that are going to be super hyper loved up, if that makes sense to you. So you've got that real sort of nice connection with people on a very much a heart level. And again, it's got nothing to do with that side of things, but it's definitely about that strong connection makes all of your feelings be on the surface. Oh, we've got some people jumping on board. Jump in the queue. Now let's see, who do I have here? I'll just remove. Oh, okay. So we've got Kimmy first of all, and Roxy, I see you there. Won't be long. So Kimmy has elected to jump the queue, and
Hi.
So Kimmy, how are you? Welcome aboard. Did you have a question for me tonight?
I just want to know what things are in store for my family this year.
Okay, let's have a look. So what I'll do, I'll pull a card for the energy of your family for this year, for 2021. Let's have a look.
Thank you.
Are there 4 people in your family?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Got the number 4. Okay, so we've got the 3 of Wands. So the 4, I want to go with the number 4 first. Of course, that always means structure, and as long as everyone's working together, that structure will stay nice and strong. The 3 of Wands energy here, that sort of ties in with that whole, as long as everyone is pulling together, everything will be work out well for you. But
Okay.
the 3 of Wands energy says that there will be a little bit of disharmony if that doesn't, so I shouldn't say if, but when that doesn't happen, because this suggests that little bit of disharmony will happen. Now that's got nothing to do with anything other than that's how families work, right? So I guess what I want to say to you is that the message here is not to get too stressed out if things go a little bit sort of wonky, because they're going to come back together again. The 4 was right there, okay? The 3 is just a reminder that it's not serious. If anything goes a bit awry, it's not serious. Everything's going to come back together. I just keep getting this picture of a nice, beautiful square that goes a bit wonky and then comes back together again. So there'll be some ups and downs, but by sticking together and staying strong as a unit, when you do, everything comes back together and you feel safe again. But it just feels for you personally, but there'll be some wobbly moments.
Okay.
But the message is, it's not going to be like that forever. Does that make sense? I get a little bit of anxiety around you when it comes to that, because you can't sort of make everyone do everything that you think. Sorry, how do I put that? Like, you can see the bigger picture, and it's very difficult to get that bigger picture information to everybody around you.
Yep.
And that's what I mean by that. Yeah. So sometimes people who have that extra special talent, it's very frustrating. Anyway, thank you for joining me. With love to you.
So much.
And we'll move on. No problem. I'll remove you from the thing, and we'll have a look at Roxy. Welcome, Roxy. How are you? Thanks for joining me.
Thanks for having me.
No, Roxy. Oh, you're welcome. So did you have a question for me?
I suppose I've had a little girl in the last year or so things have been a little bit stressful at home. So I suppose it's just a bit of guidance on marriage and home.
Well, I'll pull a card as I did for Kimmy, about the energy for this year for you around your family. Let me have a look. I'm just going to tune into your energy psychically. I'll see what's going on. Congratulations on your baby, by the way.
Thank you.
So I can see what's like, and I'm not diagnosing anything, but I can feel like we're talking about your energy body right here. It can translate to the physical body, but I can feel that sort of real sluggishness in the physical body, but your mind wants to race ahead. So there's a bit of a disconnect between the mind and the body, and that's creating a lot of frustration around you that I should be able to do this and I should be able to do that because I can envision it, but I just can't seem to make my body do it. And so I would be just giving yourself at least another 8 months to let all that catch up. And I know that sounds like a long time, but it's, I don't know what it is. I don't know whether it's for you personally or whether it's a general thing, but you are going to need that amount of time to actually feel like you're all in, like, you know, all of your mind, body, soul is all lined back up again. Now, that's got nothing to do with anything that you've done right or wrong. It's just the natural process of things. And in that time, you'll learn about yourself, about your baby, and about life. But it seems to me you're going to need at least that. How long ago was your baby born?
16 months. So it's a little bit, but yeah.
Yeah. Because I'm thinking that the 8 months must, I have a feeling that the 8 months, some of it's already been served. So it's not going to be something that you have to wait another 8 months from now. I'm just wondering, something there'll be an event that happened just recently, like could have been like a couple of months ago, and it'll be 8 months from that. So whatever happened that you can remember, you know, like it'll be like a turning point. So here we go. This is exactly. I didn't see this card. I had it turned over for you, right? But that's exactly what I just explained to you. Is that you're ready to go ahead, but you just can't either envision it or put it into place. It's very restless energy, Page of Wands energy. So for you, for home, again, don't push yourself into anything until you feel like all three parts of you, mind, body, soul, are back together, and it will happen. It's just that there's some time to be taken there. I just get that you need that time out to work something out about yourself and work out, like learn some things about yourself. So it'll be time well used, well spent. Take it easy. Don't try and push yourself at the moment. Give it another. Anyway, I can no worries. I can see that that's frozen up a little bit, and I apologise. But thank you for joining me. And I'm moving on to the next person, Joe. Hi, Joe. Welcome.
Oh, hi.
Can you hear me?
I can, Vicki. Hi, Vicki. Can you hear me?
Lovely. So did you have a question? I can. Did you have a question for me tonight?
I did. I just sent it to you privately. One's very specific,
Which
is about my home.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, private
Let's
message.
have a look. Just bear with
it's okay.
me. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah. Okay. Okie dokie. Well, let's pull a card for you around that. All right. So I've pulled the two. You've got two questions there. Let me just, first of all, I'm going to tune into your energy. I haven't looked at the cards yet. I've just pulled two out. You feel very, like your energy is very resolute. So regardless of what we're going to talk about today, you've already made your mind up. And I guess these cards, when we look at them, they're going to actually just reflect that back to you. You don't like it. I've got my jaw very tight too. So it's like that's a resoluteness, right? As in, this is like I'm going to have to do this. So around the first one, there's definitely a weight around that. So it's always a good result when the moon turns up. It's just that it's very anxiety time because you can't control anything. It's almost like you have to wait for things to play out, but this is a great result. So the moon, I always think, for me personally, when the moon turns up, I always think it's a good idea to do some rituals. Like if you want to burn a candle, do some sage, do some clearing, cord cutting, all that sort of stuff. If you're into that sort of thing, put crystals around if you want, whatever it is that works for you, that will help you connect to that moon energy, because it's very non-specific, but it is a moving forward energy. It's just that you can't be involved. It's like everything else is being worked out around you and gets sorted out. Good. It always ends up being, for me, good news. That means that, but it just means that you have to be out of the way. Now, as for the other one, So the letting go, definitely. The second, so that about the home, I would say the moon energy is definitely about letting go of that first question. The second one that you have, she's very very, the word I was going to, that came out of my mouth was domineering, but she's very lush and very much about, I want my own way right now. So you're not domineering, don't get me, that's very not what I want to go, not what I want to go with, but maybe that's how you're feeling. You might be feeling a little bit bossy, but can I say, from a women's perspective, we're always being taught not to be bossy, but that's just a normal way of being, right? So when it comes to that second question, you're feeling much more powerful within that space, and so therefore you're not used to it, and you might be getting some pushback from that. But this is, you can't go back anymore because you're now the queen. You're not only the queen, she's the empress, right? So whatever you want, you want specific things to happen, and you're going to make them happen. So when it comes to the second part of that, whether that makes or breaks it depends on the other person. It's not on you. You've actually moved through something and grown strong within yourself. And if that other thing falls away, it just means that it was meant to. It's not for you to be small anymore, if that makes sense. So it sounds to me like you've gone through, like it's almost like you've gone through some sort of trial, and you're now on the other side of it. You can't go back anymore. That means that you've actually changed your belief system and shifted something. So you can't go back. And I know it's really hard to be okay with that, but, you know, that's actually going to bring a much better energy into your life and a much nicer energy into your life. It's just a little bit tricky at the moment for the next couple of months. Okay?
That makes sense. Big time.
Okay, good luck with that. Thanks
you.
for jumping the queue. Okay, bye.
Bye.
See you. Okie dokie. So here we go. Let's go back to comments. I might pop down to the end, guys. If you haven't if you put comments up to the front and I haven't seen you, I'm going to put another hello or question down the bottom again. So let's have a look. We've got, hello, Cheryl. Let's have a look. Any messages for you? Absolutely, yes. Thanks, guys. If you're still with me, I appreciate that. If you want to jump the queue, I'll put the little, you put this in your browser and off you go. Come and talk to me. But otherwise, yeah, if I have missed you up the front and you've been waiting a long time, put some more comments down the bottom. So this is for you, Cheryl. Any messages? So we've got the Justice card here for you. So I'm going to tune into your energy now. Oh, I got a real sort of wanting to break loose energy. I want to say smart assy. I'm sorry if that's not offensive, but like you've got a real sass about you at the moment. So that Justice card is about building new boundaries. So it really is about bringing you new rules, and not for everybody else, but for yourself. And it's really, really strong. So you're not putting up with any rubbish anymore. And the way that you're dealing with it is being quite sassy back to people. So your messages for me is keep that up. You're actually standing very strong in your own power at the moment, and I love it. She's very, very, I'll put it back in the pack. Sorry about that. But, yeah, she's a very strong, powerful woman, and that's for you. So well done. Okie dokie. Where are we here? Oh. Okay, let's go down to Lisa. Can you see my property sells soon? Well, that is a yes-no question. Tarot is not really fabulous for yes-no. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to tap into the energy around the sale of your home. What's actually preventing it from moving forward? Oh, we've got this card here. So this tells me that there is something around it that's actually over. If it's about I want to tune into your energy, right? It just looks to me like you're really over it looking at this card here. Okay. I was going to say that was about a sale, but this is more about you. So that rather than the property, this is more got to do with you, Lisa. So you're just really over it, really, really over it, and your mind is just that's all the messages coming at me. I'll ask about your property though. All right. So this says to me that there's something that's overburdened about that property. That's the energy around it. It could be something to do with the price or something to do with the actual property itself that is getting in the way. Now, that's not to say that I'm telling you what to do anything about it, but that's the energy that's around it at the moment, is that it's too cumbersome, and that would be the only sticking point around it. I just think that you're exhausted, by the way, so not coping with what next to do and what to do next and what to do next. So will it sell soon? Let me just see if I can get a month for you. I wanted to go with one of the M months. I nearly went to say March, but May popped in. Give it another couple of months and everything like that. The energy is definitely settled around it. Certainly is very stubborn property, that's for sure. Okie dokie. Now, anyway, my family will get through the situation we're in. Let's have a look. Okay. What I'll do is I'll pull 2 cards around the situation, the energy around it, and your response to it. So the energy here. This is not a. We saw this come up in the weekly tarot forecast. You can see it's the 3 of Swords. So the energy around it is a lot of things that are coming up. They're not very pleasant, but they must be dealt with. It's almost like having to lance something that's sore, so that all the yuckiness can come out and then heal. So this is a very healing time for you, but it's not a very pleasant time. That's the energy that's around things at the moment. So around your family, there would be lots of either truths coming out or not very pleasant things being said, but everyone's taking a stand, or everything is taking a stand, and like everything's showing it the truth of itself to you. So your response to it for this year, or the situation, is that there's really not a great deal you can do. The Hanged Man just says that there's a time that it will fix itself up, and that there's nothing that you can do to rush it or to bring it forward or to delay it. So it almost is out of your hands. But the Hanged Man also talks about a little bit of sacrifice. So there'll be some things that you will have to give up in order to move forward as well. But let me just tune into your, it's like, I can feel your heart just like really, really doing it tough. I can feel your energy just, and again, it's coming from you rather than the whole situation. I can feel that your heart goes out to everything and everybody around you. And I can see that, like, you want to know how you can make things better or make things easier. And all it really is going to take is time. There's really nothing much that you can do. I do like little things where I would say it's for you, Samantha, from Vicki to you, not psychically, but do some nice little things to quieten the mind down so that you can have a bit of a break from any overthinking. Okie dokie, let's have a look. We have Amy. I would love a reading. Well, Amy, I would love to give you a reading. Let's have a look and see what energy is around you now. 2 of Swords energy. So let's have a look at this. 2 of Swords. I just want to go straight away. You just are really not putting up with any rubbish at the moment, Amy. I really like this card for that sort of thing. But you're such a sweet soul. Can I just say, I've got this really sweet energy around you. So not letting anyone else's rubbish. It's almost like you've been pushed to the edge so that nobody's rubbish gets in the way. I don't get any guilt around it, which is great. Sometimes we have to sort of block things out and we feel sort of bad because we're standing up for ourselves. I get that. You've got this lovely, sweet, lovely, sweet personality, and you're not afraid to stand up. So a lot of things that have been said around you or have been, and how sometimes we have been listening to people, and it's been good. It's got us so far, but you're just ready to let all that go. It's just that the people around you may not be ready to let you go, and I think that's what's happening here. Okay, so thanks, Amy. Now, I've got some people who've chosen to come on board and jump the queue using the log on. So we have Amanda here. Welcome, Amanda. How are you? Oh, can you hear me, Amanda?
Hello.
Oh, hello, can you hear me? Hello?
Hello.
Hello, can you hear me?
Hi. I can now, yeah.
That's good. How are you?
I'm fine. I've never done this before. I thought, what am I doing?
I'm so pleased to come on board to share this with me. So, as you can see, if anyone else wants to jump the queue, and I'll pop the thing in there, Amanda has elected not to show her face, and that's fine. As long as I can get to talk to you, that's great. So, Amanda, did you have a particular question at all?
Yeah, I've been awaiting a move for some time now, and I just wondered if you can see it happening anytime soon.
Okay. Awaiting a move, did you say?
Yeah,
Okay, let's have a look.
please.
I'm going to pull a card for you,
Thank you.
and I'm going to just tune. I really feel like everything is moving forward, so there's nothing stopping anything, any moving forward, if you like, because it's very like it's almost like everything is lined up and all sorted. So there's nothing else that you need to do in that respect. But there is still, when I go into your energy, though, there is something. Okay, so if you're moving towards something, Amanda, that there's nothing stopping you from that end point, but there is something inside of you, outside of that, that's preventing you. Does that make sense? So there's something else
perfect
that's
sense.
going on here, that is preventing you from because that path is open. There's no problem, and even if there are still some roadblocks there, it's still very clear about, you can move through those blocks, no problem, or problem solve there. But there is something else that is actually, it's sort of holding you in holding your heart. And let's have a look at the card and see what that card says about that. So you're going to overcome this thing, that the other thing that's revolving around your epicenter, if you like, or in your what do you call that? Anyway, your orbit. That's it. Whatever the other thing in your orbit is going to be let go, because there is something like there's either a monetary reward or some sort of success that you're heading into. This is more attractive than anything else that's around you. So if you're of a mind about whether to let something go or not, the only thing that's going to help you make that decision are the rewards that you're heading towards. Does that make sense? And that's what's going to help you make that decision. Yeah. And so once you've made that decision, everything is fine.
Yeah, I've found the perfect property. It's a business, and I am actually awaiting a compensation claim that's dragged out for a long time, and that's what's holding it back. So it's spot on.
Yeah,
brilliant.
Once you got that, it'll be like everything's clear. So that business is perfectly clear. It's just, as you said. Cool. Well, thank you for joining.
Thank you very much. Take care.
Bye. Have a great week. Bye.
You too.
Okie dokie. So now we have Lena. Welcome, Lena. How are you?
Hello. Good. Thank you. How are you?
I'm well, thank you. Lena's a regular on a Sunday. So, Lena, do you have a question for me tonight?
No. If I have any message for me.
Like a Jen? Okay, let's have a look. Okay, so we've got this card here. So, Lena expects sudden changes this week. And, you're going to have to really be thinking on your feet. So, but this is good, right? This means that you can't overthink yourself this week. That means that you will not. It's almost like it's bumping you out of a situation that you've been stuck in for a long time. So you're not even going to have you're not going to have any time to overthink it or think, is it the right or the wrong thing? It's always going to be. It's almost like you get sort of bumped out of that rut. And off you go. And then I love the horse energy there. That means you'll be moving forward. So if you're waiting for something or waiting for some news or just, expecting to be, if you've sort of been stuck in a rut lately, there's something coming along to move you right out of it. It'll be a surprise out of the blue and you won't have time to overthink it. You'll just say yes without even thinking about the consequences, which is probably good.
Oh, that sounds great.
Okay.
Actually, so that sounds great.
Oh, that'll be perfect. I hope it works out for you. Thank you. Let me know. Okay. I'm going to let you go. Thanks, Lena. I have Tammy here on the line who's chosen to jump the queue. I'm going to bring you on board now, Tammy. Welcome. How are you? Can you hear me? Oh, you've got your microphone off there, Tammy.
Sorry.
Oh, there you are. Oh, that's okay. Welcome.
Sorry.
Good to see your lovely face,
you.
but I couldn't hear anything. Oh, welcome aboard now. Did you have a question for me?
I just like any advice that you have.
Anything? Okay. I'll give you a message. I'm happy to do that for you. All right, so let's shuffle, pull a card. We haven't had any repeats tonight, which is good. Lovely, clear energy. Is that okay? Let's have a look. Okay. Oh, here I just said I knew we were going to get a repeat. There we go. So this is Three of Swords energy. Can you see that? Looks very violent, doesn't it?
Oh
So
yeah.
I'm just going to check your energy itself and just see how that translates. Okay. So I really feel like, because when I tune into you, I don't really sort of get that that harshness around the heart, but I really think that you're feeling it around you. So there might be some strife around you at the moment. There's actually like you can see, but you can't do anything about it. Where like there might be an argument or a misunderstanding around you, but there's things coming up. Because I'm not getting it that's directly affecting you. It's more like that it's around you. So this tells me that you're very sensitive or you have psychic awareness, like, and so therefore, whenever somebody comes along for a reading with me who has that extra sensitivity, they'll usually get messages for everyone else. It's almost like, oh, I need to know. I want to know about me, but this person's bothering me and this person's bothering me, because it's like you gather everyone around you, and you want to sort of hug the world. And oftentimes, people who have psychic awareness or sensitivities will do that. So let's pull one. We're just going to tell you energy. Okay, what I will do is just move your aura out so that it's about you rather than anyone else around you. And we'll send that energy off to whoever that was. There's somebody that's going to have an upset. If you don't know who it is, somebody's going to have an upset around you this week. All righty. And you won't be part of it, but you'll see it and your heart will go out to them. So this is for you. Moon energy. You've got to repeat. As soon as I said we haven't had any repeats, you've had 2 repeats. So there you go. All right, so let me just choose. I love this card. It's a very strong feminine card, a very strong female card. It's very strong around rituals. But for you, this is about like it feels like your energy feels like it's on the verge of something. When I tune that moon energy can actually, like moon card energy can actually feel that. So it's like that very indistinct, I'm getting all goosebumps as you guys now. So it's a very indistinct feeling, which means that it's very frustrating also too, because you can it's almost like you can touch it and you want someone to say, hey, this is actually going to happen for me now, because you can feel all the changes around you. You just can't work it out. You can't pick up the signs. All that sort of thing is around you at the moment. But it's almost like something big is going to happen. And that's what the moon is telling you, is that there's a shift happening around you. There's really not much that you can do about it. It's like that I'm saying that, I don't know if it's a real Chinese saying, like a Chinese proverb saying, but I quite like it. It's like, before enlightenment, you're chopping wood and carrying water. And after enlightenment, you're chopping wood and carrying water. So you're heading for your enlightenment moment where you're shifting into this new space. But it's not going to change the way that you live. You're just looking at life from a different perspective. So this is a really big energy shift for you rather than a day-to-day thing. Does that make sense? I can just get this real turbulent. I could just feel outside of my grasp. What is that? Vicki, tell me what that is. I can't tell you what that is, because it's like you have to go through the process of the moon in order to to appreciate it. And that's how we build our tools, is to sit in that moon energy, because we go deep within ourselves and say, well, okay, how can I manage this and get through it? So I would say the moon is very much about ritual. So I think I said that to somebody earlier. Get out your crystals, get out your sage or your incense, whatever it is that you like to do, whether it's dancing or whatever it is that makes you connect to your inner wisdom. You don't have to work anything out, because the moon's not going to let you work anything out. But as long as you feel safe and secure within yourself, even at taking a couple of deep breaths, that connects you to that part of you, because you can still get on with your day. You still have to, get up and go to work, or, do the dishes and drive the car and all that sort of stuff. That's the thing. These are things that you focus on. Be mindful, while everything else, the moon works everything else out for you. And when it's all ready, the door opens and off you go, and then you start off again. And you go, oh, that's what it was all about. So it's about building your faith. Okay. Awesome. So I can't be any specific than that. No worries.
That's all right. Thank you.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Okay, let's go back to the comments. Let's see who we have here. Now we've got Lisa. Welcome, Lisa. Yes. Oh, you love dancing. Would you like a card, Lisa? I love dancing too. I love singing. I can't sing, but that doesn't stop me from singing. All right, so, So I shouldn't have opened my mouth about repeat cards. Here they are. Okay, so this is for you, Lisa. We've got the Knight. You can see the Knight of Cups. Let me just tune into your energy. Oh, this is your outlook at the moment is very much everything's possible. I can do this. I can do that. I want to do this. And so you're like inviting all this fun into your life at the moment. The Knight of Cups is a very dreamy card and can be like a bit of a romantic card. So it's like, I can do anything. And you're inviting that energy into your space. So you're doing really, really, so enjoy that this week. There's no drama. This is about enjoying the fun times and the fun things that you're inviting into your life. So thanks for joining me. Okay, we've got here. Oh, Helen would love a reading, please. Yes, I can do that for you. Okay, for time. Good, good, good. Okay. Oh, I see Biffy. I'll talk to you as well. Tanya, I love singing. Yeah, me too. All right. Helen would love a reading. So they've got the Temperance card for you. So, Helen, I'm just going to tune into your energy. Have a look at that card. Let's have a look. I was just looking at your beautiful face there. That's really attracted me. We got the Temperance card for you. So it's like I'm really drawn into that, your lovely face. So I would say that when people are around you and they see your lovely face, they're just, it's like all you have to do is talk or smile, and it sort of puts people at ease or creates like a healing space around you. I'm not telling you that you have to smile, and it's not that at all. I'm just saying that your energy, when you're in the flow, your energy heals and it soothes and it has all those beautiful lovely vibes around you. So you would have natural healing energy, and the Temperance card is letting you know about that. But it's also letting you know to do some self-care there as well. So as much as you love to give and to be around and have people around you like that, it's also about receiving for yourself as well. So the Temperance card is reminding you to take some time out for yourself as well. But gee, if you're not in the healing arts, I'd be suggesting that you do that. So that's lovely. Alrighty, so let's move your. Now, who else do we have here? I was going to Biffy. So, hi Vicki again. Sounds to me like, Biffy, that you've had a couple of goes of trying to say hello to me. Thanks, guys, for being patient in the comments field. Oh, we've got another person who's decided to jump the queue. Hi, Karina. I won't be a moment. I'm just going to do a little reading for Biffy. Oh, here's another repeat card. We must be at the repeat part of the evening. All right, I'm going to tune into what that means for you, Biffy. All right, won't be a moment. Now, I get more so the opposite of what that would normally mean for something. So this is like, yours a person. Oh, I wish I hadn't done that. I put it away. But yours a person that is like trying to get a message through, and somebody's got their hands over their head saying, oh, I'm not listening, I'm not listening, I'm not listening. So if you're feeling frustrated because you're delivering something that makes a lot of sense, and you know that it makes a lot of sense, and even I know that as well, it's more about they're not going to hear it because they have to go through something on their own. So that's going to help you like calm down a lot of anxiety for yourself or frustration. Is that it's almost like you have to watch a train wreck happen in order for it to heal itself, even though you can see that coming and you can probably warn them. They're not going to hear. So I'm really sorry about that. But can I just say you're absolutely spot on with that. Okay, so now we have Karina. She has just chosen. Hello, Karina. Welcome aboard. Karina, sorry, I didn't give you a heads up. Sorry about that. You've chosen to jump the queue and have a chat with me online. So do you have a particular question, Karina?
So I've got with my work a lot of different, I'm in the healing arts, and I have a lot of different modalities going on, and I'm finding it really hard to prioritize and organize like what I put out there in this moment. I don't know, does that make sense?
Have you looked at my website? The 50,000 things that I actually do. So another
and that's the thing, because I'm like, oh, I need to just do like one, and then I'm like, no, other people are doing a lot, but it must just be about how you organize it and present it so that it's ready to go. I don't know. This is from me. If you're in the mind to do it, you find somebody who organizes you for you. I found somebody this year or last year actually, and she's been amazing, right? Right.
So it's somebody who and if you want to, I can message you with the details a bit later if you stay online afterwards. But or send me a message
Personal
on my
message?
Facebook page. Yeah, personal message on my Facebook page, Vicki Haskell's.
Perfect.
Okay, so this is through Spiritual Events, but if you go over there, I'll find it because Spiritual Events
Thanks,
is not
Vicki.
people. Yes, but I'll put you on to Michelle. She's wonderful. Or Melissa, I should
good.
say. And but otherwise, let's have a look. I'm thinking that my first thing straight away connecting with you is more so not so much that to do one thing, but to come from one attitude. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So rather than saying, well, this is what I do, I'm actually coming from this attitude. So, for example, if you're all about working with making people better communicators, or, if you're really good at helping people communicate their fears or let go of their fears and things like that, all of your modalities can be then directed towards that. And you can then set yourself up like that. Like, for me, it was like I was really loving teaching tarot last year, and it's like I just wanted to do that, but I didn't think about it. And all of a sudden it all came together. It's like, well, just become the tarot teacher, and everything else then falls in line with that. It all falls into place with it, right?
Yeah.
Up, but it all falls in line because that's what I love to do. I love to teach. You can't shut me up, right? So that's hard for you.
You're great, though.
Okay, let's have a look. So this is for you. So you're all about stability. You're all about bringing everything together, bringing lots of different elements together. So if you wanted to come from a place from your heart, it's about where things are like settling things down, and like where you can bring all the elements together to help someone feel grounded. Does that make sense? So
yeah,
this is very much a grounding card. It's very much a family card, but this is where somebody feels safe in the physical world.
Yeah.
And this is where they put all their stuff together, and you can then send them off and say, well, okay, you've now got all of the tools that you need to be grounded here and now to feel safe in the world. So it's not about, you can do that by clearing their auras or healing modalities. You can do that by reading, but it's like your particular skill is about making everything real so that they feel grounded. It's not making anything airy-fairy anymore. It's like making it real. So that seems to me that your point of difference. Does that make sense?
That's a beautiful confirmation, because I work with earth, like the flowers, and literally with earth pieces to give to people to ground them and find that beauty and connect with their spirit, but through the earth. So that totally makes sense. That's
perfect. Yeah. So there you go. There's
Thank
another
you for that confirmation.
Yes. You're welcome. But message me and I'll send you on Melissa's details.
I appreciate that.
Okay.
Thanks
for joining me. Have a great one. Okay, let's see who else we have here. We have Alicia. Can you tell me if you see when the legal stuff I'm going through at the moment, please? Okay, let's give you a message around that. Okay, so let's just start winding up. All right, so this is for you, Alicia. Look at that. Yes. Can you see when the legal stuff I'm going through at the moment, please? Oh, I'm thinking that you think, when is it going to finish up? So first of all, 6. So at least give it. This tells me it's going to be very soon. There's still some stuff to do. See how you got the 6 of Swords here? That means that all of the ducks are lined up. Everything is in place. It just needs to be now one at a time dealt with. One at a time dealt with. So it's still a bit of a process there left to go. And it's funny that it's legal stuff, because the Swords does represent legal things. It means that all it means here is that there is a rush on or a push on. See how we've got the energy here pushing that on, but everything's in place. There's nothing else that needs to be. Everything's understood. It's clear and in place. And now there's like a bit of a push on for it to happen. So it'll feel like a bit of a rush, but it's all going to get sorted out. So it's not messy anymore. It's just that either the right person turns up or the right situation turns up, and everything is clear. So it'll be moving. If it's not moving forward now, it'll be moving forward very clear and very quickly soon. So thanks for joining me. Now I've got 4 minutes left to go. Let's see who else we got. Oh, Marta, welcome. Would love a tarot reading. Well, I'd love to give you one. So coming up, please come and learn the tarot with me. I've got the course coming up in a couple of weeks' time. But otherwise, I've got some masterclass. I think I've got one masterclass, but I can add a couple more. They're like 3 hours, 3 hours in the afternoon. Come and learn to get a deck of cards and everything. We can do that over the internet. You get a workbook and everything. Come and learn the tarot with me. I love teaching. So getting into that this year. Now, let's see. Also, too, I'll be doing some live mini readings on my Facebook page tomorrow at 5:30 Queensland time. Again, I'll be in Winton, so you can join me there for some mini readings. It won't be as hectic as this. But this is for you, Marta. We got the Two of Wands. So it's time for you to take a step out. I don't know if you can see it properly, but see that little cave there at the back? I just get there's a little bit of reluctance around you. Sorry, not around you. So there's a little bit, you've had a bit of reluctance and like you're ready to step out. But sort of that is still there. You're still, the two seem significant for me as well. I don't know where you've got two people, either two people that you care for or two people around you that are significant in your life at the moment. But there is like, your attention is going over that way. So until you can look forward, that Two of Wands energy is still going to keep pushing you out the door. Everyone else is fine. You're fine, and you're ready to make that next adventure. So be brave. This Two of Wands energy is giving you the courage that you need to step out of your comfort zone. So try that. Okay, thanks for joining me. Let's see, who else do we have here? We have, let's see. Now we had cases. I saw somebody here. Oh, I missed you. Sorry. Here we go. My phone died. Kate's back again. There was somebody that wanted to know. Okay. Sorry if I didn't get to everybody, but please come and join me tomorrow on either on my Facebook page. It's not as hectic as this. A bit more time. And so this is for you, Kate. Back again. Well, I love this. I was just doing some TikTok videos today, so we're going to start putting some stuff up on TikTok. A little bit TikTok, I should say, a little bit sassy, but she turned up. She's all about, spoiling yourself. So, Kate, for you, this is a very lush card and a very grounded card, but really it's about, you can actually have the energy to go out and get what you want. So the Queen of Pentacles is actually giving you the help or the energy, the oomph that you need, that if you want it, it's actually there for you. So use her. Be brave, be bold, be outspoken, and just, go for it. Just go for it, because she's not going to be around for long, but she's certainly there to give you that oomph along at the moment. I just hear from you this really loud sort of voice, or this loud sort of, I want this, and it's like, okay, you can have it. And that's what the Queen of Pentacles energy is telling me around you. So thanks for joining me. Now, where are you? Let's see. Now, we got Mike. So we got Mike here, who's being a pain. So we're going to block him. Sorry about the spamming. Hope we got rid of them. Let's see. Oh, I saw somebody here. I do have to go. Oh, it's 8:30. I do have to go. Sorry, guys. Come and see me tomorrow on my own Facebook page, Vicki Haspels. I'm going to say, with love, good night. It's been so much fun. I loved you joining the queue or joining me online. So thank you. With love, and I'll see you next week. Bye. Otherwise, come and see me tomorrow on my Facebook page for some more reading. Bye.